Just like old times. That's what I was thinking as I was getting ready to do this video. And, I find myself waking up here in Budapest on my first day. Today is what, June 8th or no, 9th or 10th or something like that. It's a Saturday morning in Budapest, and gotta say that I slept well here in my Airbnb rental, and it's a very quiet. I'm on a side street off of a main street here, but as I was getting ready to do this video, a lot of thoughts going through my mind. One was, do I really want to go down this path of doing the videos again every day like I used to? And I don't. I don't, because it takes time. Time is so precious for me. But doing these videos, it can take 15, 20, 30 minutes to sit here and just babble on about whatever's on my mind. Speaking about what's on my mind, as I've been going through the last 24 hours, I found myself thinking so many different thoughts, and I found myself wishing that there was a way to record your thoughts. Like you video record, like I'm recording this video. I was sitting on the plane and coming in from Berlin into Budapest, and I was sitting on the plane and looking out. It was an Alitalia flight that brought me in from Berlin. But as I was coming in from Berlin, I looked down and there was the Duna, the Danube, the beautiful Danube. And the Danube is such a wonderful, wonderful river. I think the Danube has 7 different countries' capital. I think Vienna is the capital of Austria, and Budapest the capital of Hungary, etc. So I think there's 7 capitals on the Danube. I could be mistaken, but it goes all the way down to the Black Sea. But anyway, so as I was landing coming into Budapest, it's so many thoughts going through my mind. But I found myself wishing that I could record a lot of those thoughts and emotions. But anyway, so I just thought that I would do this video today to share a few thoughts and about a couple different things. And one is, the trip coming over here. So I hate travel. For a guy that's got a passport all filled up, with stamps and working on a second. I hate the whole process of travel. I hate the packing. I hate the getting ready for travel. I hate the sitting in a cramped little airline seat. I hate standing in line with your bags, waiting for them to be checked. The other thing that I can't stand about traveling, it's like, when you're going through an airport, you're always reaching for something, like, did I leave my wallet somewhere, or where's this bag, and do I have it, it's a constant awareness of that, and, that's another thing that I just hate about traveling. The long flights, I cannot stand long flights. Last night it was an 8-hour flight, or Thursday night it was an 8-hour flight, and I had my doctor at the VA write me a prescription for sleeping pills. And he actually wasn't going to write me sleeping pills. My camera just went. I have a light on my video camera, but anyway, so he wasn't going to write me a prescription for sleeping pills because this was all going through Messenger and messages or email. and he wasn't going to write me a prescription for that because, what if I took the pill and I was on the plane and something happened and there was an emergency? And I replied back to him and I said, well, I think there's more of a chance of something happening, me being up 24 hours traveling and falling in the subway in Budapest, after having no sleep. So anyway, so he gave me the sleeping pill, but the trip over was easy enough, and then the layover in Berlin. And I got to tell you, why my heart goes out to a lot of those people that live in big cities like like the New Yorks and the Paris and the London and the German. And my heart goes out to those people. I was walking through that airport in Berlin yesterday, and you can just sense, that people are on edge. It's a strange feeling. I just wanted to get the hell out of that airport as quickly as possible. But anyway, and then at one point in time, I was sitting in this area where we were waiting for the flight, and there was a lot of vendors around there, restaurants and what have you, and there was a loud bang, and my God, you should have seen everybody look. It was, it still kind of gives me the chills just thinking about it. But anyway, getting into Budapest, coming into Budapest and seeing the Danube, and then as the flight flies over the city of Budapest to see the Parliament, and to see Margaret Island and the Chain Bridge and all my old stomping grounds. It was so, it was, I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but it was really something, it was really, it's always something coming back to Budapest for me. It really is something. And I got into the airport, and it would cost $35 to take a taxi into the city center. And knowing the city as I do, I just walked out the airport, and just as I would step in a taxi, I stepped on a bus, and 5 minutes later I was on the blue line, connecting me to the yellow line. And I think it cost me $500 for it, which is like $2 or something like that. I'm such a frugal son of a gun. But anyway, I got into Budapest and and got settled into my place here, and it's fine. The place here is fine, considering that I'm paying, I don't know what it is, $20 a night or something like that, something ridiculous like that, $25 per night. Considering that I'm paying so little and I got so much, is just fantastic. But I went out last night just to I wanted to make sure that I got adjusted to the time difference. There's a 6-hour difference between here and back home, so it does take, it can, you can suffer from jet lag. But anyway, so I wanted to stay up and then go to bed at a somewhat regular hour and get a full night's sleep, which I did, and I feel great as I sit here speaking. But as I walked around Budapest last night, I thought, boy, they say things don't change, and I found myself thinking that I've changed. I used to go out when I lived here. Boy, the guy that lived here is a different guy than the guy that's come back. And I say that in that I used to go out regularly, and I smoking cigars was a big thing for me back when I lived here, and drinking. I wouldn't come home without one of these big Dray Hair beers in my hand, and I'd always come home and have a big beer or two, and get to the point where I was comfortably numb, so to speak. But different Tom that's come back to Budapest. But it is it's a nice feeling to be back. Being back in Budapest, it's like where I live where I live back in Florida, this little community of 1,000 homes and about 2,000 people. And here I am in Budapest. I don't know what the population of Budapest is. But, wait. What is the population of Budapest, Hungary? I can tell you.
1.7 million inhabitants. According to ENFC 2016, the capital, Budapest, is the most densely populated area with its 1.7 million inhabitants.
1.7 million people. So I go from a city of I don't know what the population is of Fort Myers, but I go to a community of 1,000 homes, and here I am in a metropolis of 1.7 million people. And you know, it's interesting is that when I get out and I start to travel and I'm in a place like Budapest, I have more of I inevitably have more of a social life than I do back home. Back home, it's more you know, just the regular routine, and you know, get up at 4 and in bed at 9 and what have you, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. I love that. I love that routine, but being in a large city, you know, it has a pulse, so to speak. You know, you walk the streets of Budapest or probably a lot of other cities for that matter, but the city has a pulse, and it's really interesting. So other than that, you know, coming back, it's you know, getting settled in. You know, I'm going to find a gym to join for a month. As I don't want to change that routine of going to the gym every day. So find a gym, and got to get my phone hooked up. You know, that's so interesting. I have this phone that I use that when I travel, and I haven't used this phone now in 2 or 3 years, and I booted it up on the metro coming to my place last night. And it's always interesting going through the last text messages and the last pictures that were on the phone, and you know, going back in time through that. But anyway, so what else? Facebook Live. I gotta tell you, you know, this video that I'm doing here right now, this monologue, I'm going to save these videos for Facebook. I did my first Facebook Live yesterday, and I loved it. And I'll be honest with you that I was a little bit reluctant to go the whole Facebook route, in part because, you know, Google pays me. Google say, you know, I love Google. You know, I send me a shirt with Google on it. I love Google, and I love everything about Google, but so I was a little bit reluctant to jump over to the whole Facebook thing. But yesterday I was sitting in, where was I? I don't know. I was sitting in the Berlin airport, and I went on Facebook, and I did a Facebook Live. And it is so cool because you can sit there and you can talk, and people can interact with you as you talk. And I absolutely love that. And so the other thing that I love about Facebook Live is I have a little bit more control over who's seeing my videos and who I'm sharing my thoughts with. That's the other thing that I really like about Facebook Live, is that, you know, not that I have a lot of friends, mind you, but what I loved about Facebook Live was the ability that I could just be live interacting with people. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to save the whole YouTube thing for different aspects or experiences of my travel. And I'm going to do the whole Facebook Live thing for these type of videos. So if you come across this video on YouTube and you're thinking that you know, you want to know more about, you know, what's really on my mind, then you need to send me a friend request over at over at Facebook. I'm not sure how that all works. So you go to Facebook, I think you type in somebody's name and send a friend request. I tried to send a friend request to somebody yesterday, and interestingly enough, I didn't know how to do it. But I think you just look up my name, Tom Hall, or something, Tom Hall, Fort Myers, or something like that. My picture is on there, but I don't know if there's any other Tom Halls in the world. Somebody out there is saying, I sure as hell hope not. But anyway, so on with the day, and today today it's all about Facebook. I am working on integrating my clients' accounts with their Facebook business profiles. So when somebody goes onto their website and writes a review, for example, that review will simultaneously be posted on their website and on Facebook. It involves building Facebook apps. They're called apps, APPS, apps. So I got to build a Facebook app to facilitate the information. I was going to say the data. The information going from the website when they offer a coupon on their website. That coupon is available on the Facebook page. So anyway, that is about it. So if you want to follow me on follow my travels, then stay tuned to YouTube. If you want to know a little bit more about my thoughts about everything and anything, then follow me on Facebook. So that's it. I can't go off without giving a shout out to Todd. Todd, I woke up this morning to an email about a new video that you uploaded, and kudos to you, Todd. You're really taking Todd has taken this whole YouTube thing and he's run with his home brewing, and he's got these two buddies in his is that a man cave that you're in, Todd? He's got these two buddies in his man cave, and they're talking about all the aspects of home brew and all that kind of stuff. Todd, you really need to focus on optimizing those videos so you start building a following, if that's your whole goal, So anyway, have a great day. I'm off to I don't know where I'm off to. In a city of 1.7 million people, I could be off to any one of a number of different places. But I'm going to go find a nice cafe, walk in and say, "Jó reggelt kívánok, hogy vagy jó? Kérek szépen kicsi cappuccino és kettő édesítő." So people ask me if I speak the language a little bit. I speak the language, but just enough to get by. I'm actually only fluent. I'm fluent in two languages. I'm fluent in English, of course, and I'm fluent in the language of love. The language of love, and that's a language that's spoken universally. The language of love. So anyway, with that in mind, take care and have a great day. Okay. All right. Bye bye.